On page 9 and 10 of the Unit 1 notes, we look at our DCMAM, our Don't Call Me After Midnight acronym, which helps us solve multi-step equations. It tells us the proper order in which to perform our steps to solve a complicated equation. The D stands for don't in our acronym, and that is reminding us to use the distributive property first. So the first thing I'm going to do is the distributive property on both sides of my equation. In this case, that is necessary on both sides. That gives me 2x minus 6 minus 3x equals negative 4x plus 12. Negative times a negative being a positive. Next we have C, my call. That reminds us to next combine like terms. So 2x minus 3x is negative x minus 6. And then this doesn't have any like terms, so I just have negative 4x plus 12. Don't call me. The M reminds me to move my smallest variable so that I only have a variable term on one side of the equal sign. Moving the smaller one helps me get rid of negative coefficients. And then I'm left with a two-step equation. I add or subtract after. And then midnight. I multiply or divide, in this case, dividing. So sometimes I won't need to use the distributive property on both sides. In this case, I do. The negative outside the parentheses indicates an invisible negative 1. So I have negative x plus 1 equals 2x minus 8 plus 18. So there was my distributive property. I don't need to combine any like terms on the left side, but I do on the right. I have 2x plus 10. And now I move my smaller variable. That gives me a two-step equation, which I'm very great at, and hopefully you are too. Subtracting 10 from both sides, and then dividing by 3. There's my final solution. Here's one where I only distribute on the left side. And it would be okay with me on the right since you don't need to use the distributive property. If you go ahead and already combine like terms, that's fine. So this process occurs on each side of the equal sign. X plus 2x is 3x. And now I need to combine like terms on the left side. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. My midnight, I add 2x to both sides. Subtracting 9. And then I have my final solution, which is negative 2.